Hello, welcome. It's Susan Taylor Shire. This is Soul Mastery, and we are in Treasure Chest Tuesday. So excited to be with you, and we have a great theme that's coming forward from the ethers these days, and that relates to our sense of diversity within the unified field. What does that mean? What that means is, because sovereignty is a theme happening right now, and it's in the stars, in the energy coming forward. What does it mean to be true to ourselves and our larger, higher selves and our soul while living in a unified field? So in the last couple months, we've felt more of what it is to live in a unified field in this earth plane as never before, which is fantastic, that we are all interconnected. At the same time, we're burgeoning a sense of our sovereignty, our own sense of what is true for me. I don't want to be controlled or misuse of powered by someone else outside of me. I am my own authority. So how do we put the two together? How do we be all that we're meant to be and feel connected to the universe of oneness? Feel connected to the unified field here that's coming forward in the earth, and hold our own and be true to that. Whoa, no small challenge, right? Yeah, no small challenge at all. But it's up right now. We can do this. So when we think of individuation and sovereignty, it also means we need to honor diversity. Because right now that's what's happening as well. Everyone has a different opinion about everything under the sun, particularly as it relates to quarantine and whether we're supposed to open slowly. And this is particularly true in the United States. I can't speak for the whole world, and I do apologize. What I'm speaking about is in focus here in the United States, but I believe because of the unified field, it's everywhere. So imagine that, there's this thing going on. I don't need to tell you to imagine it, you're feeling it. Do we wear masks for other people? Do we say, no, I'm a free bird and I can do what I need to do and I'll take care of myself? And then the whole thing of, do we open quietly and slowly and carefully, or do we get those businesses going because so many people have lost jobs and are financially stuck, and etc.? Yeah, it's a lot to balance, isn't it? Okay, how do we do that? Let me give you a few analogies. One is the stars in the sky, each unique activations of spirit holding a particular energy. And for those of you who have done a session with me or 6 or whatever, we go out into the stars all the time. We connect you with your universal dimension. And each journey there is different. There's a different essence that comes forward. That's how vast and differentiated and diverse the universe is. It is not just a flat line of light. It has color and texture and incredible, endless creation to it. Then on planet Earth, we have the forest, the web of life. So imagine in the forest there are a lot of trees, okay? And all sorts of other flora and fauna. And in that forest, each tree, we'll just use the tree, say it's a pine forest, is unique to itself. Absolutely, there's no carbon copies of those trees. And yet underneath is a web of life and interconnectedness with all of nature. There's a term for it. It starts with an M. I'll give you a prize if you are the first one to remind me what that is. That is this interconnectedness, this unified field, this working together. And it works under the ocean as well. It actually works with all of nature, this sense of working together, okay? And each element, each atom is unique. So what do we do with all of that? Aha! Good question, isn't it? If life can do it so abundantly in the universe and on planet Earth, why can't we? Well, here's one of the things we run into: oneness. I want everything to be in peace and harmony and oneness, according to my idea of what oneness looks like. There's the rub, okay? Or I want to be my own true person. I want to be an individual, and I want to be free to be who I need to be. And damn it, if someone else isn't on that same boat, right? There's another rub. We are wanting to put the two together according to our ideas about oneness and individuation and sovereignty. Those are human ideas. Ain't gonna work, okay? The first key is, well, let's talk about real quickly the George Floyd incident, which is up for everyone, and that's a fantastic thing. Time's up. Time's up in this feeling that diversity separates and that you aren't on the same page as I am, and therefore I have to get rid of you so that I can feel more true to myself and my power and who I am. Doesn't work that way. That does not bring equality. Equality is the human right to be all that you are as a connected is the key word, sovereign being. Equality doesn't mean you be exactly how I want you to be. And that's been also the rub, okay? So, inalienable human rights in the U.S. Constitution, and I imagine everywhere else in the world as well. Equality is being asked for. And as we have surfaced into this feeling of more of a unified field, that relates to everyone being able to be in their sovereign sense of self without harming others to get there, okay? So there are going to be lots of issues besides this virus that are going to come up in the next few years. The key to it is holding your sense of true connection to the oneness, which is a spiritual quality, not trying to create oneness in the human condition or the human outer world of how you want it to be, but feel that sense of abundance of oneness that says all is powerfully within me. The universe operates within me. There's a sense of peace within me, and there is a sense that I have what I need. The force is with me, all of that. I'm happy to help anybody who doesn't understand what the heck I'm talking about, to help you to get that and feel that experientially, because that is so essential these days in order for us to move into feeling good about who we are, because your contribution as a unique individual absolutely matters, and to be part of something larger absolutely matters. So on that note, just real briefly, I want to mention that your life does matter. Your energy does matter. How you operate in every moment does make a contribution. How you react to certain things. Let's talk about George Floyd again. How you react to that does matter. What is your response? You can feel very angry about that. That's probably a good thing, because there's a lot of anger going on right now, and we need some fire to move some energy, but not anger against. Anger about the fact that we have not treated people the way we need to treat people. And that comes back to me. I have not treated myself. I have not treated other people the way I need to. So my own anger against anyone is not going to help the situation. But my sense of bringing sovereignty to each individual does matter. And this is part of what's in the awakening. If we're going to bring a new world, a new earth, there has to be a sense that there is a web of life, that everyone has the right to feel a connection to the oneness of creation and create the way they see it, as long as that inner space is honored. So back to your contribution. That relates to how you respond and react to all that's going on, whether it relates to wearing a mask or the death of a black man, etc. We'll be seeing lots of that. Your energy contributes to the overall web of life, or the separation and the battle and the survival of the fittest that we are moving out of in order to thrive, which is where we're going, thriving as creation. It is so important for you to keep that connection first and foremost to your largest sense of self before you say anything, feel anything, act on anything. And then when you hold that fire in your belly of what is true for you, act on it. Do something with it, not against others, but because you want to make a difference. You see how that works? I'm excited for these times and what is surfacing for transformation for all of us. And I mean all of us. Hoo-wee, it's happening. Okay, so I hope that helps you in moving forward at this time, because we do need to take care of ourselves and tread lightly in our hearts and with strength of connection in our bellies. And that's what I want for you. So along that line, I have a free teleclass coming up in 2 days. You'll see more on it on my email, and also that relates to what I call the New World Energy Update, what's going on, more of what we're talking about today, and a training, and it's a long title, I'm going to make sure I get it right this time. Activate your unique divine genius. This relates to your diversity and your sense of divinity and what you have to bring to ignite your soul's roadmap for fulfillment. And what does that mean? What that means is it's time for you to really get in touch with what is yours, your gifts, your strengths, your sense of what is that divine genius within you that wants to come forward, that has been stuck, held back, frozen, whatever it is, so you can start to operate in this new world with what you need to be able to bring forward what you've only dreamed of and wants to really start to move. Just as we're opening new dimensions, we're opening your soul and what it wants to passionately bring forward, and give you what you need during this training between June 9th and the 23rd to feel launched in that new creative field that is yours uniquely to bring. I celebrate all the creations you bring forward, and we are together in the unified field of bringing universal power, love, and creation into this world. Blessings to you, and so much love.